Right now it's 6, Election Day Eve, where you can cast your vote for the highly anticipated Supreme Court election.
And today was the home opener for the Brew Crew. We're live from American Family Field with the highlights.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A former hotel manager in the town of Campbell sentenced for prostitution charges. 48-year-old James Ziss taking a plea deal on Friday, pleading guilty to 1 count of solicitation of prostitutes and 1 count of disorderly conduct and domestic abuse. Ziss was the former manager of the Northwood Inn and Suites. He allegedly allowed 2 women to live in the hotel in exchange for sexual favors. He was sentenced to 6 days in jail and 1 year probation. All other charges dismissed as part of that deal.
Not guilty pleas have been entered for a man accused of selling drugs that led to an overdose death and is now bound over for trial. 47-year-old Todd Paff faces felony counts for possession with intent to deliver meth and fentanyl. He's also facing charges of first-degree reckless homicide.
7 people arrested on drug-related charges in Black River Falls. The arrests happening after police searched a home on the 800 block of Pierce Street. Police reportedly found cocaine, fentanyl, and other prescription drugs. All 7 people remain in Jackson County Jail, and the investigation is ongoing.
Well, spending is surging in the final hours of the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Reports have it nearing $100 million. Republican-backed Brad Schimmel is facing off against Democratic-backed Susan Crawford. Today, the Wisconsin Elections Commission said nearly 645,000 early votes have been casted.
I think that unfortunately there's lots of money in politics, and money sometimes dictates the politics.
Right now, liberals hold a 4-3 advantage on the court.
And the Wisconsin DMV wants to help you vote. It's extending the hours you can get an ID. Tomorrow, service centers will remain open until 6 p.m. If you need an ID, make sure to bring a birth certificate, proof of identity, and Wisconsin residency.
And if you need help finding your polling place tomorrow, we've got your back. Head over to our elections page at news8000.com. You'll also find answers to other election questions you might have.
U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin's team visiting a massive distribution center in West Salem. First Supply is just about ready to roll out its over 300,000 square foot center that has been about a decade in the making. The company's CEO and site managers offered Baldwin's associates a tour of the facility. The CEO says with tariff uncertainty ahead, it feels good to have lawmakers interested in the opportunities and challenges local businesses face.
And it's so exciting that they're so interested in hearing from the business community and understanding our concerns and our excitement and what we're looking forward to in Western Wisconsin.
Now, the distribution center itself features some new state-of-the-art automation, and we'll have more on how they say it'll benefit the local workforce at 10.
Well, we finally had one of those dry days after our wet weekend out there. Finally seeing some blue skies as well and some sunshine. That sunshine didn't help us too much with our temperatures, though. Currently sitting at 45 right now in La Crosse. A little cooler out there than we've been used to, but definitely not too cold with that sun still shining. 41 in Eau Claire. You notice river levels, though, slightly rising after our wet period of weather, and we have some more wet weather on the way. So minor flooding is just a tad bit of a concern, especially for the Black and Yellow rivers. We're seeing crests get towards that minor flood stage in the next day or two, especially with some more snow on the and rain on the way. So definitely something to be aware of. If you're located closer to those local or smaller river valleys, could see some minor flooding there. Otherwise, everybody else at least picking up some light snow as we go into the election day. That combined with some wind could make some potential impacts to your travel if you're heading out to the polls in the evening. Definitely something you want to be aware of. And then after that, a chance of thunderstorms in the morning, so a good old-fashioned spring storm with both winter and spring weather on both ends of it. I'll have all the details coming up in my full forecast.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Nicole.
Well, new parking rates start at La Crosse's parking ramps tomorrow. Parking will be $1 per hour Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Drivers can also take part in an optional 10-day rate instead. Parking will still be free on Sundays.
Road work on Wisconsin Highway 131 in Crawford County County is underway. This is a $21 million project that will affect the stretch of 131 between Soldiers Grove. You can use Wisconsin 60 and US 61 for detours. That work should be done by mid-November.
Governor Tony Evers announced today $2 million in grant awards for flood resilience funding. It's to help local communities prevent and prepare for flooding events through projects like reducing erosion and reestablishing plant life. Vernon County will receive nearly $300,000, and the town of Shelby and La Crosse County will get more than $110,000.
The Supreme Court seems likely to side with Catholic Charities after a religious rights case hearing. The charities say Wisconsin violated the First Amendment's religious protections by denying tax exemptions. The decision could expand the types of groups that would receive a break under the amendment. Justices both raised concerns that the state was discriminating against certain religious groups by only giving exemptions to groups that instill their faith through worship or teachings.
The Department of Justice is awarding the Parenting Place a $600,000 grant. This is the 5th time they've been awarded the 3-year grant. It will allow the place to continue its work with families impacted by domestic violence. The program funded by the grant provides free access to supervised visitation and safe exchange services for families that have experienced domestic violence.
With support, children can be spending time with both of their parents in a safe way. And it's the support of this program that makes that happen.
Last year, the program served a total of 52 families and 83 children.
Family and Children's Center in La Crosse is raising awareness of child abuse. It's in preparation of Child Abuse Awareness Month, which officially starts tomorrow. Community members today gathering to plant blue cutouts of kids at FCC's headquarters.
The Blue Kids represent all the children across the nation and in our community that have been abused. And this is meant to create an awareness that child abuse has no place in our community.
FCC partnering with Merchants Bank in Onalaska and Dahl Automotive, both of those organizations planting the symbols at their locations this morning.
Well, Train Park is opening for the season this week. The City of La Crosse's Parks and Departments announced that All Abilities Train Park opens Tuesday at 9 a.m. The park will be open daily from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Elon Musk spending big in the state Supreme Court race.
How one Judge Crawford supporter is using his PAC petition to her benefit.
When you have a drain backup, you need help fast. From slow drains to clogged mains, we solve it all. Maxwell White has been solving sewer, septic, and drain issues in the La Crosse Coulee region for more than 30 years. Fast, reliable, and professional. Call or book online today.
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record? Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
I'm Brittany Kinzer. I've been a teacher, public school principal, and an education CEO. And I'm running for superintendent because Jill Underly has failed. Underly lowered academic standards. I'll restore them. Underly has overseen a reading crisis. I'll refocus education on reading, writing, and math. And Underly hid MPS financial trouble from voters. I will always be honest with you. I'm Brittany Kinzer. I care about our kids' future, and I'm asking for your vote.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
Elon Musk has thrust himself into the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. His conservative group, America PAC, launched a petition offering signers $100 apiece.
One Wisconsin woman says she signed it and plans to use the money to support a liberal-leaning judge. Ryan Jenkins reports.
A lot of people have flag ones, but look at mine. Mine has 50 stars.
Marsha Colesmith is very expressive when it comes to her love for her country. This hand-painted palette in her front yard serves as a symbol.
I want people to know that you can be progressive. That doesn't mean you're not patriotic.
So it's no surprise that when she saw a petition from a group funded by Elon Musk opposing what it calls activist judges, she got involved.
The petition is really vague. It doesn't say anything about Brad Schimmel even at all. A lot of people are really hostile and like, oh my gosh, he's buying the election and this should be illegal. And it probably should be illegal to offer people money to vote a certain way. But you know, he did it very carefully so that it's not technically illegal.
The group says they'll give $100 to each registered Wisconsin voter who signs this petition and another $100 for each person they refer.
I've always been very frugal, fiscally responsible. So I'm like, hey, if someone I don't like wants to give me money, I will take it.
Colesmith tells me she signed the America PAC's petition and referred her husband to do the same. Now they're expecting $300 from this movement.
So, I mean, it sounds to me like you're saying you'll take Elon's money, but he's not going to tell you who to vote for.
Oh, of course not. I mean, I already think he's just horrible, so why would I? I'm glad to do the opposite of what he wants. I'm just curious if I'll ever actually get the money.
Money she tells me they would donate to liberal-leaning Judge Susan Crawford's campaign.
President Trump is preparing to announce a new round of tariffs. It's happening on Wednesday. The Rose Garden event is being dubbed Liberation Day. One of the new tariffs targets imported vehicles and auto parts. The 25% tariff starts on Thursday. And a new CBS News poll shows Americans might not be sold on Trump's economic policies. 64% say he's not focused on lowering prices. 55% thinks he's too focused on tariffs.
Well, today we're hearing from NASA astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore. The pair were stuck in space for 9 months. 2 weeks ago, they were safely brought back. The astronauts today talking about their health and the program.
Feeling good since we've been back almost 2 weeks now. Actually went out and ran 3 miles yesterday, so I will give myself a little pat on the back.
This very difficult job that we take part in, it's a team sport. It encompasses organizations throughout NASA, throughout the country, coming together.
During their time in space, the pair completed over 900 hours of research and more than 150 experiments.
Well, we'll have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we have alert day conditions coming in for tomorrow evening due to some snow on the way for your election travel. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
Brad Schimmel would ban abortions with no exceptions for rape or incest or the mother's health, and jail doctors who perform them. You have the right to make your own health care decisions. Don't let Brad Schimmel take that right away.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our windows and doors combine quality craftsmanship and cutting-edge innovation from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen. Join us for our spring open house Friday and Saturday, April 4th and 5th at either showroom in Eau Claire or Onalaska. Enjoy super spring savings with up to 25% off your entire project. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months at Asher Lasting Exteriors.
A criminal illegal gang member abused a child here in Wisconsin. Now, President Trump's fighting back. But a liberal judge ordered deportation flights to be turned around. We don't need another liberal judge. We need Brad Schimmel, a judge and prosecutor backed by law enforcement. Schimmel protected victims and safeguarded kids. Tough on crime, unwavering in justice. Vote Brad Schimmel on April 1st. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us Days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us Days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Brad Schimmel would ban abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest or the mother's health, and jail doctors who perform them. You have the right to make your own health care decisions. Don't let Brad Schimmel take that right away.
All right, well, we have a quiet start to the day tomorrow, but that's not going to be the case as we go into the evening. Definitely something to be aware of, because this is going to be passing through as most of us are going to be heading home on our evening commute, or if you're heading to the polls later in the day, you might want to reconsider possibly going a little bit earlier in the morning. We're not seeing anything totally crazy as far as snow totals go, but it could be impactful on the roadways. As you can see, getting to our location around 4 p.m. Areas south of I-90, though, likely see more of a wintry mix or rain to start. Could see a light glaze of some slick spots because of that. Overall, very slushy accumulations on the roadways that is going to cause some headaches for some. It's also going to be breezy during this entire period too, so we could see some slight reductions in your visibility. Still seeing snow falling around 7 p.m. Starting to get out of La Crosse by that time, but as we track into the later evening hours, we're seeing that snow almost stall out just north of I-94, continuing to give some very light amounts as we go into the beginning of the overnight period. After that, it really starts to move off to our north, and we should say goodbye to the snow for that portion of the system. Again, just light amounts with this system, really traced to about 1 inch for areas south of I-94, 1 to 3 inches for everybody else, with some higher amounts off into northern Minnesota. But again, windy throughout the entire portion of this, and there is that slight chance to have some slick spots forming as that slushier snow is forming. Really unlikely for anywhere south of I-90, but seeing some more likely areas, especially on more elevated surfaces or on those ridge lines. Seeing some ice forming on signs and tree branches could be another concern, similar to what we saw this last weekend. After the snow moves out, we're not going to be totally out of the clear yet, because we have another edge of the system passing through that could be bringing some thunderstorms, as you can see, just mainly near and south of I-90. The main risk with this is going to be some gusty winds and some large hail that moves out pretty quickly, though, in the early morning hours of Wednesday. And then we get a little bit of a dry break, mostly overcast throughout the day, but we could still see some scattered to isolated thunderstorms popping back up in the afternoon hours. Again, mainly near and south of I-90, still seeing the primary risk with those being large hail and some isolated stronger wind gusts. After that, we should stay dry, and it's looking it will be dry for the rest of the week afterwards as well, but it is going to be a very wet couple 24-hour period. As you can see, a lot of that rain after we say goodbye to the snow is really staying where that thunderstorm activity is, so mainly south of I-90. Everybody else at least picking up around 1/4 inch of rain, which could wash away a lot of that snow. Windy throughout this entire period as well. This could make some impacts to your visibilities. This is when that snow is falling, seeing wind gusts around 35 to 40 miles an hour. And we're still seeing those strong winds throughout the entirety of the period through Wednesday night and into Wednesday morning. Tonight, we're staying chilly, getting in the 20s once again, similar to what we saw this morning. And then tomorrow's highs before that snow falls actually staying above freezing in the 40s, but those temperatures will fall pretty quickly once that snow gets into the area. And then after that, we get to say goodbye to all the wet weather that we've been having. Just apart from a brief chance of maybe picking up a couple showers on Saturday, we have a mostly dry forecast and some warmer temperatures in there, but no 80s like we saw last week. So
yeah, that was just a mirage, basically.
It was a lucky day, yeah.
Sign of things to come 3 months from now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers in a battle for their first win of the year, and what a battle it was. Jacob and Cade live from Milwaukee with the highlights and post-game reaction next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
If you want them to be safe, don't vote for him.
When this man sexually assaulted a 10-year-old girl, Brad Schimmel let him off easy, calling it a one-time thing. When this man was caught with child porn, Schimmel gave him a plea deal after the man's lawyer gave Schimmel $5 grand. And when this man sexually assaulted 2 underage girls, Schimmel blamed the girls. Brad Schimmel won't protect your kids, but you can with your vote.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the temperatures were low, but the excitement was high today as the home opener for the Crew as they were hosting the Kansas City Royals, Cade, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak to start the season.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the cold weather outside, but there were so many fans out tailgating, just trying to get a catch of this Brewers team. A lot of expectations, but like you said, a slow start to the year, giving up 36 runs to the Yankees in the first 3 games of the season. And today, well, it was a struggle as well.
Yeah, let's see how these highlights went. Home opener for the Crew, looking to avoid their first 0-4 start since 2015. And not the way you want to get things going in this one off the bat. Already down 1-0 when Hunter Renfroe hits a frozen rope to left field. With a couple Royals on, that makes it 3-0 away side. Then 4-0 in the 7th before Salvador Perez gets into one, skying it into left field, and it is gone to extend the Kansas City lead. The Royals put this one to bed in that 7th inning with 6 runs total in the frame. Jonathan India with a bullet to left to score a couple more. And the Milwaukee offense was not much better than the pitching today. But here's one of the few highlights. Jackson Churio goes the opposite way to make it 10-1. But there would be no comeback today. The shorthanded Brewers dropped this one 11-1 to the Royals. But despite the very slow start to the season and the slew of injuries, the reigning NL Manager of the Year still believes in this team.
I mean, worry's a waste of time. We just got to get busy. We got great people in that room, and I believe in that room. I believe in this team. You guys can laugh at me if you want, but I believe in this team. And I believe that they'll learn from this. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to be in a different spot now where you're not sweeping your first series. And it's a lot of these guys are still very, very young in the game.
So a little bit of a less than ideal start here for the season, but there was still a silver lining in today's game as the Brewers were remembering Bob Uecker, the late Bob Uecker who passed away back in January. Cade, very cool tributes and just a lot of Uecker love today.
I mean, so many fans wearing their favorite Uecker shirts. We've got the great Uecker signature out in the outfield, the patch on the jerseys. We had a great tribute video on the video board. I mean, it was hard to be at this game today and not remember who Bob Uecker was for this town.
Yeah, everyone felt the loss for sure of a Brewer legend and just a baseball legend icon in the sport in general. So the Brewers fall 11-1. They dropped to 0-4 on the season. Didn't lose 4 games all of last year. So we'll see if they can turn things around tomorrow with a 6:40 first pitch against the Royals. From AmFam Field, Jacob Lenzendorf, Cade Overton. We'll be back after this.
Getting the kids ready for school isn't always easy.
But knowing what it'll be like so they know what to wear makes it a little easier.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record? Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
It's time to gear up for the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, your spring weather headquarters. Rain or shine, we've got the value you need to get your spring projects underway. Right now, get up to $20 off Scott's Turf Builder Crabgrass Preventer or Triple Action. New at Blaine's, shop these men's Ariat waterproof steel toe work boots. Plus, all Trico wiper blades are buy one, get one half price. In-store or online, find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
We'll have a chillier start to the morning with morning lows in the 20s, but then as you head out in the afternoon, could start to see some snow picking up later, but it likely won't hit until the evening hours. But those winds are definitely going to be gusting a little bit. Alert day conditions because of that, especially if you're heading out to vote. Might want to leave earlier in the morning or at least in the afternoon. Otherwise, be prepared for maybe some deteriorating roads. Otherwise,
it loves to rain on election day. It was raining last.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works.
Yeah, close your eyes and it's almost like the November general election.
Yeah, exactly. Have those raincoats ready, everyone.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
And we'll see you tonight at 10.